Well, I get the glowing stuff on it. Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? This might be a little bit of a long talky video because it's like a movie one, uh, review one. Plus, I want to do a weather report, but I mean a weather update. I'll do that first. And I want to mention someone asked me to give a shout out. So, Random Stuff asked if I could give a shout out to Graham Life Network. So, here's a shout out to Graham Life Network. Okay. Now, I want to do a weather update. I'm filming this Wednesday, and I'm going to upload this Thursday morning, around 12 o'clock or so. Because I can schedule it. The one nice thing about it is scheduling stuff like that. And a lot of the nation, including most of PA, got hit by that nor'easter yesterday. We actually dodged that bullet. We did not get hit. They said we might get an inch or half inch that night. I don't think we got anything. We might have gotten a half inch. I don't think we did. Because we kind of actually dodged that because for the longest time they said, probably last week or so, and then on the weekend they said we're going to be dry all week, but they said we're probably going to get hit Thursday and a Wednesday. I mean Tuesday and a Wednesday. But we are supposed to get hit with reasonable amount of snow Friday night and Saturday. That's what I was told by the weatherman and stuff like that. And as far as that's concerned, they said they're pushing to get 200 inches of snow for the weather record, and we beat Syracuse, and I think if we get 200, we beat Buffalo, New York for most snowfall in a winter season ever recorded in history, I guess, since they started recording it. And we're like 7 inches away, so usually I was like, I don't really care to break that record, but I mean, we're at the point now, we might as well just break it, and hopefully after that we won't have any more bad winters. Because we had a historic snowfall during Christmas, where Christmas, those 3 days, we got like 3 feet. That was insane. There's no mail, abandoning commercial traffic and stuff like that. Was crazy. So hopefully we'll get the 7 inches needed now, and maybe not in one day, maybe throughout a couple of days or something like that, 7 or 8 inches, and then it'll be over and done with. Hopefully, we'll break that thing. So we're real close now. I'd say, well, we might as well do that, and then no one will talk, and the weatherman won't talk about it no more. And I'm here today to review a couple movies that I would talk about movies that fell through the cracks, because there's like lots of really popular movies. There are like movies that look interesting, and then through the lack of it not having a memorable title, or just forgetting about it, you just fall through the cracks, and then you revisit years later, like American Pie 2, because I saw the first American Pie and I missed all the other ones, and American Pie 2 I saw and it was okay. Well, I did a review of it in 2001, which is insane. But the 2 movies I'm going to review now is one called I Am Number 4, which came out in 2011. It looked really interesting. And also Wedding Crashers. So, I mean, these are 2 movies that fell through the cracks. I missed them. And with I Am Number 4, it's weird because I referenced my review of that. I said I'm going to put the review of that before I put the review of this, because at John's place I saw Chronicle, another movie that fell through the cracks. Back in 2012, John and I watched that, and we did a review of that and Night of Living Bread, which should be posted Friday, sometime Friday. And I mentioned I'd do the I Am Number 4 review first. I actually saw that Friday night into Saturday. And then Wedding Crashers Tuesday night or something like that. I can't remember. And I saw them both on Netflix. I guess Netflix just added I Am Number 4. I thought they always had it. I was like, oh man, they had this movie? I've been wanting to see it for a while. I remember when Dad was still alive, he got like these extra cable channels on Encore Stars, and they showed it. He said, it's a pretty good movie. And it's like, yeah, great. It's like half over with. I like seeing movies from beginning to end. I want to see it halfway through. I want to know what the heck was going on. And he said because he likes Timothy Oliphant. Timothy Oliphant, not Elephant. Oliphant, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Who's really good, but boy, I didn't like that Hitman movie he was in. That was terrible. And I remember how good he was from Justified and also The Crazies. Just to name a couple. And basically revolves around this kid. And these aren't spoiler. This isn't a spoiler because they explain it. him like these. He's gifted from a dying planet, and they went to Earth. And there's like 9 kids, and they're like number 1 through number 9. And this race of aliens called the Mugs, for short, are hunting them down. And they're killing them in order. And they already killed number 3, and now they're looking after number 4. Now, the beginning of the movie, I think when they get to number 3, the only downfall with that one is the CGI. It was done at night, and the CGI is really tough to see. I had problems seeing that, and there was like some underwater stuff that they did that was tough to see. That's the only gripe I have with the movie. And then you see this one guy and Timothy Olyphant, and they go from place to place, not wanting to be tracked down by these alien race and be killed. And like I said, Timothy's like his guardian, his protector. They're on Earth, and then they find this house, and then a kid decides to go to high school because he wants to try to have a normal life, kind of even when being hunted by the aliens. And there's lots of character development and storyline, which is fine because you get to really care about these characters. And then there's action in parts and him discovering his powers. And then there's a lot of action through the last act. It's really very entertaining. Like I said, with the storyline and the characters, you really care about them. You get completely wrapped up. It's a very entertaining film. Well done, except for like I used to have problems making out a lot of the CGI at the beginning of the nighttime shots. But all the other CGI is really good throughout. I mean, just towards the beginning and the underwater stuff didn't. Oh, yeah, I don't know. It didn't impress me. I was like, oh no, I hope it's not all hard to see like that. I had problems making stuff out, which is a big problem in an sci-fi action film. But I really enjoyed the film for the most part. But because of that problem with the CGI, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's very entertaining, though. And it's a PG-13 with kids discovering their powers. I think they did that. And that was like a theme, and that's like a theme with Chronicle, too, which I'll be reviewing Friday. Well, I already reviewed with my buddy John's place. So I really liked that, and that fell through the cracks. And the one that really fell through the cracks was Wedding Crashers, which was an incredible hit movie. And I was shocked. I didn't know what time. I thought maybe like 2009, 2005. And I was on the phone with Heather. I want to dedicate this video to Heather Maston, by the way. And I was saying, I started watching. I watched like some, and I turned it off for a while. I went to bed, and I said I didn't think it was that funny at first. And she said, "Boy, that movie's hilarious, and it's very entertaining and stuff." And what it revolves around, well, stick with me on this, because I'm not done with the review, just like from the beginning and stuff. These two guys, like, I think it was divorce mediators. They show like this big divorce mediation at the beginning of the film. And, they go through that, and they say, like, they found their wedding crash. And there's this one guy, Chaz, that they learned all this stuff from. He have all these rules and stuff about how to do the wedding crashing and stuff like that. And there are two guys that go to wedding crash to pick up girls and make out with them, kind of. But it's weird. It's with the Me Too movement. It's not like that. It's not like the Harvey Weinstein stuff where it's like really like assault. It's like these guys are actually very likable, and they're very smart, and they try to be a smash at the wedding too, believe it or not. And they even deal with, Vince Vaughn even deals with this bratty kid who wants a bike balloon animal, and that whole thing was pretty funny. And he was actually pretty respectful. I mean, they're very good people, and there's a part where Rowan Atkinson, how did I come up with that? Owen Wilson was dancing with a flower girl, little scene with that. That was nice. I mean, and I saw at the beginning, and then they talk about this wedding involving the Secretary of the Treasury. And they have, the movie has a famous cameo from Senator John McCain, because he never stops talking about it, at least at the time. And James Carville's in it for a second too, but he's barely in the movie. But he definitely mentions he was in the movie, or it was on something. He was in the movie. And this was like an immense hit that made over $240 million or something, $200 million. And but the one thing about the movie is the writing. The writing is very sharp. And like I said, when I first started, I didn't think it was that funny. And then as it goes along, the situations they get in are hilarious. And with the wedding and stuff, that's like the small parts. And then they find out some more people. And one girl's real clingy to this one guy, and this one guy starts falling for this girl. And then they have a chance to go to the Secretary of Treasury's house for the weekend. And the Secretary of Treasury was played by Christopher Walken, which is another great move. And it's very entertaining, the situation get in. And Bradley Cooper's in it as a real jerk. I mean, it's really good. And then that plays out. And I mean, the movie's almost 2 hours long, and it really plays out, and it goes, fleshes the story out. Even there's still like another half hour. I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but I mean, it really tells the story all the way through, and there's like a guest cameo during the last half hour. It's absolutely hilarious. It's very funny and very. I just started out the first half hour. I didn't think was that funny, but boy, it gets. I don't know. Maybe it was just me, but it starts really getting funny. The situations they get in, it makes it very funny. Not perfect, but very entertaining. Very smartly written, with great character development. Like I said, a lot of movies, character development is key because you want to care about what happens to these characters. That's what makes the story effective. Or else, I mean, it's not like super raunchy or stuff like that. The guys are actually, for the most part, respectful. I mean, their objective is to make out these girls, but they're not like jerks. They're not like Harvey Weinstein's or anything like that. I think it's really good. I give that a full-on 10 out of 10. I was surprised at how much I liked it. But I mean, when it first started out, it was entertaining and it was smartly written. I just didn't think it was that funny. But like half hour in, it's like 2 hours long, half hour in, and they start getting in these situations that makes it really funny. And you don't know what situation you're going to get into, and it's very entertaining, very well written, and very well executed. So I really like this movie. I give this 10 out of 10. I still give it a 10 out of 10. I mean, it starts out still strong. It just wasn't that funny, but then it built up and built up. With I Am Number 4, just that problem with the CGI being real murky at the beginning, like 10 minutes or so. That was a problem. But I mean, so I took off for that, but that's about it. But I really like this movie. I hope you like this video. Until next time, bye, please. Take care, my Legion. It wasn't as talky as I thought it was going to be. Only, not even a full 13 minutes, but still long for a video. So, take care, everyone.